to start off, for anyone who's might have just discovered you for the first time, tell us about yourself and your music.
Well, my name is Lee Mortimer. I go under the name FriendWithin, producing and DJing, make house music. Probably been doing it about 20 years. I've DJ'd all over the world. Been resident in places like Ministry of Sound. Been to, all over Europe and America DJing. Very lucky to get to do what I do. Love it, love dance music, and I've always been into dance music my whole life.
You and I first met in 2019, some time ago, where you did a set at Ace Club. So I'd love to ask, how has visual art, I guess, ever influenced your work? And do you bring any visual arts into your work when you perform, like background projections and such?
I don't know if I would really. If I've seen some art and thought that inspires a tune. I love art in general, like all the stuff surrounding me now. But this is sort of the kind of stuff I'm into. But in terms of has it directly influenced a particular song or a particular sound, or have I wanted to create music because of a piece of art? I don't think that's the way that I've worked.
We'll take that as a no then.
But then I have sort of created, or I've had people have created, artwork for when I'm DJing, just sort of basic sort of, lights and visuals when DJing.
The artwork you collect, is there any particular artist or style that resonates with you that you got on your walls currently?
I've got a bit of David Shrigley stuff. But I remember seeing, I was touring in Australia, and I usually just walk around a city if I've got any time. And I was in Melbourne, and one of his shows was on. I wasn't aware of him at the time. I just went in, and I really liked his work. So there's a humour in his work, and you kind of look at it and think, he's got a unique sort of style, but it's, it just kind of spoke to me. And I always like a little bit of humour in everything that I do, really.
What were your early influences or moments that push you towards who you've become today?
What sort of musically, would you say? There was always music in the house growing up. My dad was big into Motown and soul music. So there was a lot of, black music in the house growing up, really. There was, my dad was always playing records on his record player. And my first memories are, my dad used to tape music videos off the TV, like the old Grey Whistle Test and things, and it was actually, who did the tune? Is it Rocket? Herbie Hancock, is it? And I remember the video to that song. It was an amazing video with sort of animatronics and things, and that's it's like my earliest music memory is a video as well as the music.
Your sound has evolved over the years. How's your background shaped the way you approach music today?
Good question, really. I think, it has evolved. It's kind of, the early music I was making definitely gave the music that was sort of been played in the house growing up. But then, I've made so much music over the years, it sort of slowly evolves. And I think a big time, there was a change when I went from just making music under Lee Mortimer, which is more sort of electro house. That was when EDM was coming in and everything kind of started getting a bit noisy for me. And sort of the deep house sound was coming in, bands like Disclosure and DJs like Eats Everything, Shadow Child. Really liked the music they were making. And then that's when I changed to FriendWithin. And I didn't think if I could really make another style of music, but having that change and just a change of name and a different direction, that some of the music I made then was some of the best stuff I've ever made. And I listen back actually and think, how the hell did I do that? But now, it's just sort of, I'm not really sure what my influences would be now. I don't actually listen to too much other house music. That's not really where I get my inspiration from too much nowadays.
So you just launched a new track?
Yeah, just had 2 tracks out this week. It's on Good Company Records. And then I've got 2 others signed to other labels, which I'm really excited about. I'm seeing quite a few videos coming through of DJs playing them, which makes a big difference. That's kind of, I say that those sort of videos are like the currency that the DJs and producers deal in now, really. If you can get a video of a big DJ playing your tune, it makes such a huge difference to that track. Like, more people get to see it and can discover it. You know, if you just put your tracks on streaming services, you're kind of fighting against a lot of other tunes there. Just that visual element of someone seeing it being played is massive, really. Yeah, so just got those tunes coming out. I'm making music, you know, every minute of every day, really, whenever I can.
What was your first like big thing, like big gig where you were like, oh my god, this is huge?
So me DJing, or just it got me into?
With your DJing and like stuff. What was the first gig where you were like, shit, I'm really nervous. This is massive.
Probably the very first one I did.
Was it?
Yeah, I was like.
When you did Ministry of Sound and stuff though, were you not like shitting it?
I can't think of it apart from that. The very first ones when you're DJing like out somewhere for the first time. And like your hand is like shaking on, like to put the record on the needle. My biggest one was probably in Australia for like I did New Year's Eve. Beyond the Valley Festival, I think, and there was 10,000 people in the field or more. I
love things that, you know, they require that human element and that room for error.
And with vinyl, you just once you let it go, that's it. You just hope you started playing it at the right time and it doesn't skip.
Yeah.
I think if you said like you have to learn how to mix with vinyl, everyone would be better. Loads of people would just give up. Because it's too hard. But just the process, you know, imagine like going to record shops and buying tunes that way. You learn so much. Yeah, I was having a little mix just yesterday just to check I could still do it with the records, and you know, I loved it so much. Just did like an hour and a half at home, and
it feels so good.
I hadn't forgotten, but you were reminded that just how much fun it is to just play records and mix records and the feel of vinyl, and you know, I could have put on a streaming service and put on my CDJs and or you find you're just scrolling through a million tunes and picking one, and then you're just waiting to mix it in. But with vinyl, like you've got to listen to the next track so much more, and
take
when do I mix it in, and there's more, you know. And with sort of digital stuff, everything's pretty much the same volume, so even like you haven't got to change the volume that much. You could literally just press play. It does make things different, because I think it's so much easier to mix in between the songs. DJs will just like jump around and, you know, stand up on the decks, and then
it must be weird.
If they had to learn how to do it on vinyl, they wouldn't be able to do that. They wouldn't have time. It is really easy to mix now. There's this sync button, so you literally just have to press play at the right time, and it's.
Have you ever had to do anything to like subsidize it, or have you always been able to just like make a living out of just DJ?
Yeah, since I sort of went like full time. And I mean that would have been 2006.
That's great.
I was working in like records, did a couple of record shops. So after uni I did like a year of, you know, I worked in like a bar and for the sorting the post office, that sort of thing. Did a few shifts there, but I was getting some gigs.
Bobs.
I mean, I was playing like Vodka Revolution bar on a Monday and Tuesday night in Reading. No, it wasn't bad.
Good. Good drinks there then. Nice.
Yeah, new man.
Love it.